Welcome to a journey through one of the Catholic Church's most solemn and rare acts, excommunication. A censure meant to heal rather than punish. It's a call to repentance that severs ties with the Church's sacraments and community. But who are the modern figures to face this ancient penalty? Today, we're diving into the stories of the last 10 Catholics excommunicated, individuals whose actions, beliefs, or defiance led them into conflict with church authority. Now let's take a look. Number 10. Father Natale Santonocito, a 61-year-old Italian priest from the Diocese of Palestrina, was excommunicated in January 2025 for denying Pope Francis's legitimacy. In YouTube videos posted in December 2024, he claimed Francis was an anti-pope, asserting Benedict XVI never validly resigned in 2013. Despite warnings from Bishop Mauro Parmigiani, Santonocito persisted, leading to a canonical investigation. On January 20, 2025, the diocese declared him excommunicated under canon law for schism, barring him from sacraments and ministry. His case reflects a growing trend of clergy rejecting Francis's authority. Number 9. Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano, once the Vatican's ambassador to the U.S., was excommunicated on July 5, 2024, after a Vatican doctrinal office found him guilty of schism. The penalty followed years of public dissent, including his refusal to recognize Pope Francis's legitimacy and the authority of the Second Vatican Council. Vigano, a prominent conservative, gained notoriety in 2018 when he accused Francis of covering up sexual abuse by Cardinal Theodore McCarrick, calling for the Pope's resignation. The Vatican cited his rejection of papal authority and communion with the Church, enforcing a latae sententiae excommunication, barring him from sacraments and ministry. Number 8. The 10 Poor Clare nuns of Belorado, Spain, were excommunicated on June 22, 2024, by Archbishop Mario Iceta of Burgos for schism. On May 13, 2024, they announced their departure from the Catholic Church, rejecting Pope Francis's authority and the Second Vatican Council, aligning with excommunicated sedevacantist Pablo de Rojas Sanchez Franco. In a manifesto, they claimed Pius XII was the last legitimate pope and accused the Church of blocking a property sale, escalating tensions. After refusing to appear before an ecclesiastical tribunal, they incurred latae sententiae excommunication, losing their status as religious and access to sacraments. Number 7. Father Ramon Guidetti, a 48-year-old Italian priest from the Diocese of Livorno, was excommunicated on January 1, 2024, for schism after a New Year's Eve homily at San Ranieri Parish in Guastice. During the Mass, marking the anniversary of the death of Pope Benedict XVI, he called Pope Francis a Jesuit Freemason and usurper anti-pope, denying his legitimacy. Bishop Simone Giusti declared the act a public schismatic offense, incurring latae sententiae excommunication. Guidetti was suspended, removed from his parish, and barred from ministry. Defiant, he told Radio Domina Nostra he'd frame the decree, proud to oppose a tyrannical church. Number 6. Father Michał Woźnicki, a former Polish Salesian priest, was excommunicated on September 25, 2023, by Pope Francis's decree for schism. Expelled from the Salesians in 2018 for disobedience, he rejected Vatican II reforms and Pope Francis's authority, calling him a heretic. Woźnicki continued celebrating illicit Tridentine masses in a private chapel in Poznan, defying suspension. After a 2021 canonical probe, the Vatican's Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith concluded he persisted in schism, incurring latae sententiae excommunication. Dismissed from the clerical state, he lost all sacramental rights, a decision he dismissed as invalid. Number 5. Father Marko Ivan Rupnik, a Slovenian Jesuit priest and artist, was excommunicated in May 2020 by the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith for absolving a woman he had sexually abused in confession, a grave canonical crime. The excommunication stemmed from a 2015 incident with an Italian novice, confirmed after a 2-year investigation. It was lifted later that month after Rupnik reportedly repented, though doubts persist about his sincerity. Facing further allegations of abusing over 20 women in Slovenia during the 1980s and 1990s, he was expelled from the Jesuits in June 2023 for disobedience, not the abuse, which the Vatican deemed time-barred. Number 4. Father Jeremy Leatherby, a Sacramento priest, was excommunicated on August 7, 2020 by Bishop Jamie Soto for schism. Suspended since 2016 amid allegations of sexual misconduct with an adult woman, he defied orders by celebrating Mass in private homes during the COVID-19 pandemic. In these illicit masses, he rejected Pope Francis's legitimacy, substituting the name of Benedict XVI in the Eucharistic prayer, claiming Francis was not the true pope. This led to his excommunication. Leatherby accepted the penalty, later seeking laicization, which Pope Francis granted in September 2020, ending his clerical status. Number 3. Tomislav Vlasic, a former Franciscan priest, was excommunicated on July 15, 2020, by the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith for schism and other offenses. Once the spiritual director to the Medjugorje Visionaries, he was laicized in 2009 after accusations of dubious doctrine, manipulation, mysticism, disobedience, and sexual misconduct. Despite this, Vlasic continued apostolic activities in Brescia, Italy, founding the Church of Jesus Christ of the Universe and simulating sacraments. The decree barred him from ministry and sacraments, a penalty announced by the Diocese of Brescia on October 23, 2020, after he defied church authority. Number 2. Father Stephen de Kerdrell, Sister Colette Roberts, and Brother Damon Kelly, known as the Black Hermits of Westray, Scotland, were excommunicated on December 24, 2019, by Bishop Brian McGee of Argyll and the Isles. The trio had issued an April 2019 declaration on their website, withdrawing obedience from Pope Francis, whom they called a great heretic, and severing communion with the Holy See, citing his teachings and actions as confusing the Church. This act of schism triggered excommunication, formalized by the diocese after they rejected dialogue. Number 1. Pablo de Rojas Sanchez Franco was excommunicated in July 2019 by Bishop Mario Iceta of Bilbao for schism. A self-styled bishop of the Pia Union Sancti Pauli Apostoli, he claims he was ordained in 2006 by ex-Jesuit Derek Schell, a Palmarian church bishop, though he denies ties to that sect. Rojas rejects all popes since Pius XII, the Second Vatican Council, and Pope Francis's legitimacy, labeling him a heretic. His Sedevacantist group, based in Bilbao, gained attention when the Poor Clares of Belorado joined it in May 2024 over a property dispute. The excommunication barred him from sacraments and ministry after he persisted in schismatic acts, despite warnings.